So in this video, we're going to start with an uncolored STL file, and we're going to use Basecoat to paint it up and get it ready for full color 3D printing. So to start with, we're going to set the target polygon count to something higher than usual, and we're going to remove clip from ground because we don't want it to take off any of the model geometry. If you're making a model for virtual tabletop, you want it to be low poly, but for full color 3D printing, you want to keep the actual geometry intact. So this is still going to remesh the high poly, but it will keep enough vertices that you'll still be able to see the geometry when you print it out. Since the target poly count is so high, it's going to take a minute or so to generate the paintable version. Okay, so here we go. First thing I'm going to do is hit bake to bake some shadows onto this. And we'll bake the highlights as well. And that just helps to bring out the detail a little bit. Now we'll go to Edit Color Regions, and it's going to analyze the geometry of the model and try to find logical separations between things. I'm just going to leave this as its defaults, and we'll hit Apply Regions. And now every region that was a different color is now a paint bucketable region. So I'm going to go to Skin, and I'll just start blocking out some colors. I'll use Undead Gray. We're just going to coloring page this. You know, simpler might actually be just color everything gray at first, and then we'll paint the base differently. So let's look for some dirt for the soil and the base. Maybe use dark stone for the headstone here. And you can see the regions aren't perfect, but it'll give us a good starting point, and then we can go over any trouble spots with the free paint brush later. Okay. I'm going to copy this material, make it a little lighter for the wraps around his arms. I'm not really an artist, so we're just going to go with a simple color scheme here. And again, we'll paint bucket first, and we'll come back through with the free paint brush afterward to make it look prettier. That's mostly pretty good. So, let's get a nice purple for the tongue. Make it a little darker. All right, so as a next step, I'm going to switch to the free paint brush. I'll select that blue that we've already got, but I'm going to pick a darker color. And I'm going to switch to the airbrush. Just start painting in some dark spots toward the middle of the model. Basecoat has the features you would expect from a painting program, like being able to change the size, opacity, and hardness of your brush. I'm going to go into isolate mode for a second just to grab the head here, but leave out the tongue. And I'll color a little more purple and dark underneath the eyes. And here on the corners of the mouth. And now I think I'll pick a lighter color to pull out some of the Well, just to give the skin some more variation, maybe I'll make it a little yellow too. Look at his teeth there. That might be a little too bright. I don't think ghouls have very good dental hygiene. Give him some bright green eyes. Maybe a little darker for the ears again here. I'll do the same thing for the tongue, but I'm going to choose a brighter pink just for the tip. And I'm going to add a few more of the white, just some white variation on like the parts of his body that are stretched out thin from muscles and whatever. Like here where looks like some bone is showing through. So he doesn't have good teeth, but I hope I'm as ripped as this guy is when I die. Here I'm just coloring back over these areas that got painted with the wrong color. We'll get some fingernails. Go back, let's see. Get a bit darker again and hit the corners of the hands, or the knuckles. Make it a little darker under his chin. Okay, so now for this, for the cloth, we get a little bit of a browner color. Just paint that on. Maybe I'll make this base actually a black, and then since there's some separate soil out there, I'll color that by itself. It doesn't have to look perfect because when this prints out, it'll be tiny. Get back some more of that brown and touch up the belt region here. Looks like I missed these ones. And again, I'm not an artist. This is my quick, sloppy version, but you can do a better job. Here we go. I think I'm gonna color this bit between the skirt flaps black. Oops. See, I had paint through mode on this whole time, so it was painting through the back of the model. There we go. And something I might want to try that I've done on some other models is I just get a little bit of a yellowy color, turn the paint through mode on again, make sure it's just a soft airbrush, and try painting a little bit of gradient around. And I think that's too much. Yeah, maybe I'll leave the gradient off this time. Oh, look in here, with my paint through mode, I messed up this area, so I'm gonna just go back in with some blue. Fix that up. Take one more look around before we export. But I think that's looking good enough for tabletop quality. So now we're ready to export this. I'm going to go to Next, choose OBJ plus Textures for the export format. And I don't think I mentioned that this is the Ghoul from Danny Herrero's Lost Adventures Kickstarter from years ago. Okay, so that's exported with its textures, and now, where did I save it? Now we can pull this into Blender and see how it looks with its texture. So there's the mini. I'll paint it up, and you can see the underlying geometry is high enough that that will be able to print out. Let me know if you have any questions.